Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of Falls Town here in City Skylines. Guys, last episode we got our secondary national park in the city and people started to come to it straight away, which is really good. Today I want to try and focus on some of the gaps that we've left blank over quite a long period right now. I want to get into some extra stores, some residential, so today's episode is just kind of all about filling in the blanks sections of the maps that I pretty much left. And boy, do we have a lot of those. So guys, if you enjoy Falls Town, want to see more of it in the future, then make sure you smash that like button down below. And guys, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe so don't miss out on any more videos of Falls Town in the future. So let's get out of this. Let's see Falls Town in all its glory right now. Boom, boom, boom. It is looking beautiful. This is what we did last episode, which is going pretty well. So far, it's had a total of 57 visitors. Is anybody? Is it cool? Look at the amount of vehicles coming up the road right now. Any more coming? So people are using it. It is pretty cool. We have a lot of empty gaps. Like I want to maybe try and add something over here, get some more residential in. We've left gaps here for a long time. I'm going to get those added in. Probably end up turning this into all commercial in the middle. Then doing some more residential on the outskirts as well. And let's get all the little bits and bobs areas that are left over. I might even build a small little farm town up there. Because we've got like a small one just here. But it'd be nice to get like a bigger one to kind of like, you know, feed off this road that's going up. So there's a lot of stuff that we can get done and need to get done. Now, before we jump straight into it, guys, I want to let you basically let me know in the comment section. Again, I always keep saying we don't have many episodes left. So whatever you want me to focus on first and make sure I get it in the city, let me know in the comment section down below. On my to-do list, there is the zoo. I've got to get the zoo back in. So that's one of those. So let me know if you want to see anything else. And I will at some point eventually redo the racetrack as well. So let's take a look at this then. Let's actually get the industrial roads first. And we have one connection point just on this side. So if I bring it out, let's bring it out by 2. We have a connection point here. So if I bring out every connection point by 2, I can kind of see what we've got going then. So that is pretty much it, to be honest. So let's see what we can do here. So if I was able to, is that on the bend? Yeah. Connect this up by a bend there, so it flows through. And then if I connect that up to a bend there, so we're creating like a crossroad, and that went straight over to that side. So we've got these 4 connections on each side, which is going to be a nice little break point from each area, so you can flow through quite easy to get to either side. Down, you know, the road stops there, but you kind of you get the gist of it. And off this then, we'll do some road then. So if I bring this up to here, it's a little bit longer than I need it to, but it's going to fill in all the gaps. So bring this up to here. Oh, if I can do it just correct there. Straight down. And we'll create another one just here. There to create the break point. So if I bring that up by 15. So we do that by 15 on this side. And then this is where we create our little cul-de-sacs. And we have little walkways to get to it. I could technically connect this one. That's not an issue. So if I was to do that, if I kind of delete that for a second. And we go on our bend here. Right, if I do it there. So that can come out to here and cut in. And if I go down there. Nice. And what we'll do, we'll end up creating a simplistic bend going up to there, and do you know, actually, I mean, it's different. It's quite unique in that sense, but that would work pretty well. Now, it is the shopping district, so it's good that we have done that, so we need to make the area very walkable. I'm going to put the Anarchy on right now so we can chomp down into all these areas. Gonna make it very walkable. I say this all the time, but it is important this happens. Not really about demolishing too much because we are going to be zoning the poopsicles out of this. Right, there we go. So that's all good. We'll do one just here. Cut through there. We'll do a cut through here. And then we'll do one here, here, there, there. Alright, lots of... Oh, we'll do one over here too. So lots... Again, it's the shopping district. So you want to make it as walkable as possible. And that's perfect. That really is perfect. I'm about to say, does it need water? And I've just realised. We have the no water mod, Seniac. You don't need water no more. So I'm going to get rid of all this residential. So I might as well put it into play mode then while we get rid of all the residential. And then, I might as well get rid of that commercial bit there, just for the sake of getting rid of all. Once all that residential is then gone, we'll plaster it with the commercial. Not only will it give us more jobs in the area, but it would really build up this little section too. It might even bring a little bit more traffic. You might see a few people use the subway system more, which generates us more money in the long run. So, it's all for the greater good, right? It's all for the greater good. Right, I'll say if I pause now, but I don't think I need to. I can actually just... It should technically... Oh, pause. See, there we go. It should all technically be fine. And then we build this whole little shopping section in the middle of all this residential opposite the full technical trade school. So imagine using the trade school and you need to do some shopping for your dormitory, or you fancy a little bit of lunch. You just take a little walk into the little town centre section just there with all the commercial shops and just get yourself a nice delicious folio sandwich or a KFC. More a KFC than anything else, but it will be delicious. So while that builds up then, we're going to take a look at this then. So I don't know why I went for the industrial road in this area. I mean, oh, that's because the whole area over here is industrial. So really, I should have had this to be industrial too, to fit within the theme of this whole area, because I kind of forgot the reason behind it. Because this is the industrial section. Now, I'm going to keep that one as it is, because it is for the school, but yeah, you can see where we're going with it. So I need to then create some good connections here. So if we have one just coming straight up, so I bring it to about there. Now it starts to go uphill slightly there. So that'll be the connection there. We've got one just over here, but we do need one over here too. Now if that's snapping and going straight to that. And if I brought this out, is it too much to ask? So you can get away with a connection there, but is it too close? I feel like it's going to be a little bit too close there. So what we'll do is... Oh, I'm on the wrong one. We'll come up by 10. Grow across by 10. Come up by 10. Go across by 10. Was that by 10 there? I don't feel like it was. Let me start again. So I've got a cool little idea. 10 by 10. 10 by 10. 10. Nah, it's taking it too far. Let's not go down that route. Right, I'll bring this up by 20. So it bends quite nicely just there. Just a little bit of a kink, which I like. Which we'll get rid of this road now and put it into pause. Now, so we'll keep it going because that whole area here is going to get built up in the time it takes us to do this. We'll bring this down by 30. We'll just bring it across by 30 as well. Straight down. So we'll bring it up by 10. Right, okay, so let's do like that. Take off this and this. As we now bend it round. So it is another 10 and a 10 situation. It's going to create that nice little rounded effect. And this will just come down and then straight into here. So let's bring this out by 30. Bring it out by, we'll take it by 15. There we go. Oh, that feels so good. I really like this. So let's create the grid here then. So let's come off this one. So we'll go down by 30, cut across, up by 10, straight up. So we're creating our suburbs now. So you kind of want the multi... Oh, that's not right. You kind of want the multi-connections not on the main strip of road that enters in. Because if traffic ever becomes an issue, we can handle it. And then we come off this one. Go all the way down and cut in. Again, keeping away from the main traffic flow, which is nice. And the same thing happens here. It just kind of completely cuts through it. You have that nice little bend there, which is great. This one's going to probably be a little bit different now. But it still looks really good. As we get that kind of effect coming through. We'll do something with these in just a moment. So let's take a look at this then. So if I was to... Is this the main one? Yeah, that's the main middle one. If I was to bring this up by 20, across by 10. Bring that up by 10. Up by 10. Now, how would it look if I created a bend up on here? It's more how it would look over here. So it's a little bit close, but it doesn't look too out of place, which is nice. And then we just kind of end it with flicking off some little cul-de-sacs. Now, I won't do one up there. We'll do one there anyway. So bring one down to here. We'll take one up to there. There. Bring one into here. Bring that across. And then we just kind of like push them out slightly. Because there won't be a lot of traffic around here. And that could actually go straight across as well. There we go. So that builds up that whole little area there, which is residential. There's 3 entry points, which is pretty cool. Pretty solid. Now let's get the path set up on them. So where you would walk straight across. Yeah, they can cross there and walk down here. So let's just do our best. That's going to go through the school. Don't want to mess around with that. Let's go straight over there. And then pretty much same kind of setup system here. Which connects it all going through it. Really nice walkways it pretty much creates. And the majority of the road connections that we do have, we don't really need to throw in any more than kind of what we have. Maybe just one here. Like that, but yeah. That's pretty much good, isn't it? Right, so let me check my limitations at the moment then. So we're still looking pretty good. Haven't done any additional more at the moment, so we're still staying pretty strong. Let's take this off now. So how is the commercial area here building up? Definitely getting there. We've seen a lot of vehicles now arrive as they come and bring the stock and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But we'll give it a minute or two just to kind of build up. I might concrete the area in the shopping district. And it's going to look really, really nice. So we concrete that little area off. It's building up quite nicely. Still got a long way to go. But let's get some of this residential all added in then. Now, I don't know if I should add in some high density stuff. I might put some high density stuff around the top bits here. Then bring it all down to low residential. So if I just kind of pause it quickly. If I picked... these center bits high density. Just there, and we'll do these ones. Right. And then everything else can be low density. So if I was to then to just kind of zone over and then just kind of get rid of what I don't want. Which I'm happy with what it is. We might just get these little bits there added in too. And what we'll do, we'll throw down, before we do build it, we'll throw down a park or two, what we can fit in. Oh, that would be a nice size just there. Alright, slope is too steep there. Squeezing one in just there. We'll do one just there as well. Now it's got to move it over slightly with the move it tool. There we go. And the same for this one. A couple of little parks in there. We'll get some different versions in too. So we'll go with like a little dog park as well. Just there. We'll go for one of these. Slightly bigger up on the corner. And I want it's concreted. Now, okay, I won't go for that one. But what I will try and get in is, where is it? There we go. Little baseball one. I think that's what I'll squeeze in just here. Oh, it's dented it too much. Actually, no, let's not have that. Let's try and get this over here somewhere. Alright, so let's get it in there. There we go. Too much to handle the other one. So, back into play then. Let that build it up. I mean, I try and fast forward it, but it's not really going to do anything. But that now slowly start to come together, which will be pretty sweet to build this area up. We'll get a nice little residential boost as well. Now, there is a... Is there two? Let me just double check. Where is the other subway line? So there's one just there, one just up here, which is all within walking distance of these guys anyway, so there's no troubles, no issues with getting to good transport lines. So it'll be very interesting to see how that now builds up. That's why I'm interested to see what happens. Which is pretty solid, mate. Pretty solid. Quite excited about it. I think I'll leave this area for today because I might extend, some, we'll do offices as well, but do low density ones, low, like the skyscraper band in this area, so it doesn't mess up with the skyline, because we do need to provide more jobs. If you think about it, we've got 200 and say let's just round it up to 250,000. We've got 250,000 jobs, but we've got 600,000 residents, so we do kind of need to add in more jobs in this area. We kind of do, don't we? We kind of do. So we got to keep pushing and working on that then. Alright, this is now getting our stuff in. So let's take a look at building a small little farm town over here. So let's say that this road did continue to expand, and we're using the industrial one over here. So it go, where would it, I mean, where would it end up or go? I don't know, but it's as if it's going to pass through. It's kind of what it's doing. And then we're going to take an opportunity like here. Let's go out by 30. Go out by 30. We create like a small little town. We'll go out by 50 on that one side. So we'll go up by 20. There's a 10 point. So nothing too major. Come out by 5 there. So this would be the bigger side of it. And this way just kind of come up. Some a little bit more than others. Alright, there we go. So we are creating a small little town here. It's actually pretty cool, isn't it? Right, we'll create crossover points in all of them. As we grid that little area up. Yeah, we don't actually need power or water. That's something I'm still trying to wrap my head around. But there is a couple of commercial spots just there. Then everything else then becomes residential. We'll have the odd little industrial section. But it's like nothing major. So we have like all the local garages and mechanics. That's where they kind of work. And that's what we kind of build it up to be there. Again, nothing special at all. It's just that small, tiny little town on the outskirts that we're kind of playing around with. So we'll turn it into its own little zone here. What will they name it? Hamilton Hills. We'll see what goes on with that one then. So we'll let that one build up as well. Again, brings a nice little boost. It'll bring some jobs, well, commercial in the industry. But we are rapidly adding to the population as well. Now, I wonder when we'll start to see this build up compared to we're having this area down here build up to, which is well underway to getting there, which is quite exciting. We just got to give it some sweet time to get itself all together. So I think while we're waiting for it to do what it's got to do, I think we should kind of check out some of the city statistics, which I think will be quite cool. See how the cities kind of function at the moment. Is that they're starting to come together? Yeah, they're starting to build up. Right. Well, we're everything's allowed to build up, then let's go through it then. So power and water, we don't need to actually worry about it no more, to be honest. Well, we still do the supply, but like in terms of providing them with water and power, it's still hard to wrap my head around it when I'm building this city. Garbage is all good. Education, some more elementary schools, some more high schools. Still need to get the other university in, but I think like once that university's in, we've got it down. Happiness, the lowest one's commercial. I feel like we need to get a few more commercial buildings in or something like that. Healthcare is good, no sick citizens. We have 5,000 deceased. We have a capacity of 50,000, which is crazy. So we're at 10% capacity at the moment with the deceased, which is amazing. They're just the general levels, the wind, the traffic. We have an average traffic for a city with 60,000 residents. We have an average traffic flow of 83%. Now, if you kind of glance over, it's all around the industrial areas, the major bits. We've got some industrial over there. The big one is over here with all the trucks and lorries getting to the storage areas. But it's no issues. Pollution. And again, you see where we have the traffic, like a bit of there is where the pollution kind of is. Which is even more interesting. Noise. We need to like put sound barriers on some of these highways. That will be a big help. Fire safety, we could do with increasing the fire safety. When you look at it from a glance like this, it's not amazing. Crime rate is low. We have a better crime coverage than fire coverage. Public transport, we have 11,000 people a week using public transport. 10,000 a week are using the subway system, which is really good. We have a 33% unemployment rate, which is not great. I feel like we need to get so many more jobs in. Outside connections. Land value is pretty solid. It's $114 or cents, so to say, per square meter. Natural resources lying around. Oh, I didn't realize there was an ore section just there. I know we pretty much got the stuff there, the farming area there. More ore over here. All little forest sections dotted around. But yeah, didn't realize that was there. Here's our zone, district, sorry, leisure, whatever you want to call it. We have the terrain heights. I think is that the highest point in the whole city? No, there is other higher point. This is not really high, but I haven't built it. I think that's the highest point I've built on. It's not bigger than that one. Yeah, that's going to be the highest point I've built on. We have heating, which is I mean, non-existent for us. Road maintenance. We have no road maintenance stuff. And it would be beneficial if I get some road maintenance buildings down and get some boosted road coverage, because it's all pretty much regular. That's the simple traffic routes. The tourism. We get in 2,800 tourists per week. It's 91% city attractiveness. Tours. Consider how many peeps we're getting coming in. We only got 3 people a week using the tours. There's park maintenance. We can even be getting boosted too. Our industry areas, which is all over here, the main ones. It also brings up some of the parks as well. That park is kind of crazy. And then we have the mail coverage. Now, it's low and it's high in various areas. It's like you have like the patches of red. But there's so many post offices you have to kind of place down to kind of get it to where you want it to be. So how's this little section over here coming along? Looks pretty well, doing pretty well. We've got, oh my goodness me, we've got 610,000 residents. That's beautiful. Has it created much traffic in this area? So not that much. And I think that's down to the fact that we're pretty much at the limit for the active vehicles. You can only have 16,000 vehicles in the city. So that also plays a big part in terms of traffic, because there's a limit to how many vehicles we can have. So at this point, we're not going to get any more traffic, if you think about it and put it in that kind of instance, which is also pretty cool too. Can't believe how well we're actually doing right now. And the game, you can see how long the game takes as well to process and get through. So guys, in the comment section down below right now, give me some really, really good suggestions on what you want to see me focus on in the next coming episodes. We've only got a little bit done today, but it does fill up some of the gaps as we're slowly starting to wind down on the last coming episodes. I feel like next episode we should focus on something big and fancy and get a lot of work done, but this is looking good as it is for now. And bring a lot of new peeps to the city, but I do need to get jobs up. So again, let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, good.